Is this legitimate recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it just said that for shits and giggles.
Well, I don't know if my phone, is this the go
I
button?
think it's, is this the definition of like?
When we asked, you guys asked me to hit the go button, that's what happens.
Wait. Okay, never mind.
So this is Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff.
Outland Alex. Sorry, I got excited. I thought we were betting stuff.
And Nate.
Plus me.
I got nervous. I was watching. Well, I'm okay. Full disclosure, I am currently betting on the Tulane USC game. I have Tulane money line, and they have USC backed up to like the 1 yard line. So my mind was on betting.
No, you were just gonna go breakdown.
Yeah, but
You were gonna do a breakdown plus?
break betting. I was gonna say betting stuff, which I don't think we do. The beep. I mixed all of it together. Sorry. Safety. It was a safety.
Live
Am I gonna
look
turn this off?
No, I'll kill you.
We're recording live from Jim's place, Jim's domicile,
And then Columbus
In
/
Columbus.
Bethesda.
while we have the USC Tulane game going on in the background. And we got the whole crew here. This is our holiday celebration.
Celebration.
Thank you for not finishing that.
Major award.
So we're gonna record. This will be up on YouTube later. We've already had a hot sauce challenge
Yeah,
with
Yeah.
Jim and myself.
that's
Not as bad as it could have been.
it. Could have been worse.
So pop on the YouTube.
Baby that just popped up there.
Baby, blackface the
What's
emoji
that?
on my screen. I'm pretty sure ESPN did it.
All I'm saying is I just was like, holy crap, I'm seeing things. But it was so-
It's not that kind of party.
You two both saw that. at
just
the
to
same
clarify,
time?
just to clarify,
Yeah.
it's not that kind of party. It really happened.
Oh, sure. As always, you can follow us at Sports Jim Muff on Instagram and Twitter, sports.30/Jim Abraham Muff on Facebook, on YouTube. Go ahead, run through the action version.
Pickle, lick, poke, scratch, wig, waggle.
Get the bell on.
Get the bell on. If you have not already, go into the YouTube page and check out our top 10 clips from 2022.
That's a good one.
It was good. My mom even liked it.
Yeah.
Ooh. As well as you can look from pre-holiday time, the live degenerate behavior
Also a good one.
from the Kansas-Arkansas game. Clip that together is probably my most fun clip
Yeah.
of all time. But yeah, so typically now we do a thought about the Penguins. Penguins are playing right now.
The Penguins are playing right now in the Winter Classic, and they are winning 1-0 at the end of the second. You said
Correct goal scored by Kasperi Kapanen.
there we go.
And called the Winter Classic. Is that what they call that?
Yes.
In
Winter
Boston,
Classic.
in Fenway.
And speaking of Winter
Bastard.
Classic, Jim, do we want to let the listeners know about next year's Winter Classic?
Yes.
Next year, the Winter Classic is in Seattle with the Kraken and the Las Vegas Golden Knights.
That's your two favorite teams.
My two favorite teams.
Get hyped.
2 of 5.
You better get that Kraken hat for
Two
it.
of
then.
I am hoping to get a Kraken hat for my birthday. Hint, hint, Joe. But we should try to get out there
to Seattle.
to Seattle.
Seattle. We barely made it to Columbus, Jim.
It's a 2-hour drive,
and we barely.
we kind of made it here.
But we'll get it together to get to Seattle.
We'll get to Seattle. I wonder,
Maybe.
is it the same time every year?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not going. We got bowl games.
Well,
to
it'll be
watch.
probably January 1st next year. Probably, yeah. Yeah.
No, we got bowl games to watch. Sorry.
As we
Go Kraken.
Oh, nuts.
Alex, you're gonna have to pay attention. We're doing a podcast.
I'm paying attention.
All right. So we'll do a little bit of I guess now it's time to get into the show.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's get into the show.
Our opinions aren't too tough, rough, or gruff. We are proof that you don't have to be an expert to have an opinion. So just
Shut up and sit down.
This is Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff.
NFL breakdown.
Right
All right.
now.
So a little bit outside of our norm here. We're coming here with no notes, just ripping it.
We don't need notes. Here, I'll take care of it.
Don't worry, Jim. We've
Grip it
got
and
two
rip it,
people
man.
here that already have the games up. In
Wait,
Thursday
wait,
night
wait.
football this
That
past
side of the
week,
couch is way more organized.
we had the Cowboys taking on the Titans.
Okay.
Cowboys win 27-13. Josh Dobbs gets the start for the Titans. Pretty much half of their starters are out for the game, as this game really meant nothing to them, because going for the playoff picture, it is this week that determines
And Dobbs is starting again this week.
and Dobbs is starting again this week.
God bless them.
So the Cowboys get the win and stay alive. Actually, the Cowboys for the
They
playoff
clinched,
picture.
didn't they?
Cowboys are in the playoffs. There's still a race for the number 1 seed in the NFC, and the Cowboys still have a mathematical chance to be the number 1 seed.
So you're saying there's a chance.
I would say it's a very small chance, but I think a lot has to happen for them to get to that point.
I mean, we all knew the Cowboys were going to win that game.
It's to be expected.
Yeah.
Josh Dobbs, ex-Steeler Josh Dobbs, correct?
Ex-Tennessee Volunteer.
Yeah, that's probably better for him.
Next up,
Next up in Sunday football, New Year's Day football, we have the Cardinals taking on the Falcons.
first off, fuck the Falcons. Let me just say that right now.
There we go. We got
The
the
Falcons put out a
Real quick.
tweet saying, look, we made a field goal that can be done in Atlanta. Basically, bashing on Ohio State's missed field goal.
go.
Falcons,
Sorry,
at least they were
go.
for something. Like, at least Ohio State was going for a national title. Falcons, what are you playing for? Like, come on.
Somebody,
Like, if you're gonna talk trash,
somebody can't take a joke.
that's not a good show.
I like
At the point, I don't know if it was this coming week, but the Falcons were still in the running for the NFC South.
Yes.
All I'm
Are
saying,
they now, Nate?
No, they're eliminated from the playoffs.
Okay.
all I'm
The
saying
Falcons
is,
were 1-0 this week.
I feel a little,
All
more,
right, Nate.
I feel a little more hesitant about getting sassy with
Yeah,
Jim
you can't
sitting
be
right
sassy.
next to it.
You chose that spot. You chose that
I tried to
spot.
sit behind you directly, but you didn't seem comfortable with that.
It's probably not the best location. The Cardinals, who did the Cardinals try out at quarterback?
They
Was it
had
Colt McCoy?
no,
No,
it
it
was not
was-
Colt McCoy.
Wow.
That was-
yes.
it was-
Who?
Wow.
He used to play for Detroit.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Trace McSorley did not make the cut.
he did not.
All right, moving into other Sunday action. Dolphins, Patriots.
I
The
watched that
Patriots
game.
come out on top 23-21 to keep their playoff hopes alive
Having a
and
backup in there.
slightly and diminish the Dolphins'
Yeah.
playoff chances. The Dolphins ended up with QB3 by the end
I
of
was
the game
gonna
with
say.
Skylar Thompson.
Yeah,
Wasn't
Teddy
a bad
Bridgewater.
job by him.
He kept them in.
Bridgewater hurt his finger.
Always.
The third string quarterback was not bad. Bridgewater's always hurt. I don't think he can make it through a full game.
He did not make it through this
But the
game.
Dolphins didn't look bad with third string in there. Tua better retire.
I don't think he does.
Two
You think he
is,
comes back?
Yes.
Oh,
is what questionable.
Whether he should or should not, I think he does.
yeah, he probably does. You're right.
And the Patriots obviously got Patriots are what is it? The Dolphins are winning in.
Mhm.
The Patriots are win and need the Dolphins to lose. And
Yeah.
we'll get to the Steelers, but the Steelers need to win and have both the Dolphins and Patriots lose. So
Really? That's what they need? I thought it was a lot easier than that. Huh.
could be worse.
Hey, just a subtle pause here in the NFL talk. Do you see that collar that the Tulane quarterback is wearing?
Yes. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
It has to do with like getting the blood to your head or
Getting the
something
blood
like
to your
that.
head to prevent concussions.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
It's
Yeah.
just
Is that
like-
anytime Dallas is on, I always see Dalton Schultz has that on.
Yeah,
Tony
they
Pollard
say-
has that on.
So the guy that made this, Julian Bales, that's I was telling you guys that he actually operated on my mom's back, like did her back
Oh.
surgery before he became big into concussion stuff when I was young.
Mhm.
That was her surgeon at used to be in WVU.
Hmm.
And he operated on her down there, and now he made these.
And
like,
he made
red
these
things.
collars, and these collars supposedly prevent concussion.
It's supposed to have something to do with the blood, like by the compression, kind of keeps more blood flow in your head for more like
It's
I don't know,
nifty
padding, I guess. But
because your brain needs that
extra
whiplash.
juice,
pattern.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it also, I feel like I would pass out because I'm one of those people with like a real sensitive,
Yeah,
like,
I would go to
carotid
sleep.
area here.
I agree.
Have you ever heard of that? That's a medical
Yeah.
degenerate fact. Men will pass out shaving their neck, and that's how they learn out that they have like real sensitive carotids.
Yeah.
Did not know that's a thing.
Yeah, it's a real
Yeah.
thing.
Go ahead, Muff. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry
you're
to
good. No,
digress.
that's good. Next, we have the Saints taking on the Eagles. Saints.
The
winning
Eagles look
20 to
like
10.
shit.
Yeah, the Eagles look bad.
Well, Eagles also
they
in
have
a
their backup
quarterback
Yeah.
situation at the
Yeah.
moment. And the
I
Eagles,
mean, I might have bet them,
Yeah.
here legally in Ohio, and it might have screwed me over.
the Eagles win to get the NFC number 1 seed. That's still correct, Nate?
Yeah, I believe the Eagles are. Let me look at the
They're still like,
standings here.
what,
I think they
14,
still
13 and 2, 14 and 2, 14 and 2, 14, 13 and 3,
Loading right
13
now.
and 3.
so they're 13-3. So let's see the little X here. Little X just says clinched
I don't know if
playoff
those
berth.
two are on
Right.
If
Because the
not-
Cowboys and
Yeah.
the Eagles
I think
still.
I just
Well,
like,
and the
oh.
49ers are 12-4. So the Eagles lose, the Niners win. The Niners still might get the 1 seed.
Got it. Fourth down.
Holy Mother of Moses.
Hey,
Holy
God,
Mother of Moses.
Tulane still in the game.
But you
25
Get
seconds
him,
to
get him.
That's a delay of game penalty, I think.
go.
It
Well,
is.
the clock stops.
Nate?
And
Yes.
it should
Because
have
that actually happened last week, I think, in a game.
And a
been
fight
as
started.
a
that
fight.
day.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
So I will say in college, the clock doesn't start until they set the ball after the first
Right.
But
down.
once the clock starts, he's delayed out of its delay.
Then it's delayed. Yes.
Yeah, so the Eagles were at Saints. Andy Dalton was the starter in that game.
Red Rocket's supposed to be a free agent next year.
They put Taysom Hill in. He had a touchdown.
That's what I read
Russia.
yesterday.
Probably, yeah, it was probably on a 1-year deal.
Where?
Can
I
imagine.
wonder whether it's not for next year.
Yeah, I can't see the Red Rocket going anywhere exciting.
Yeah,
I mean,
could be some
He's-
people looking.
the Red Rocket's kind of like Charlie Batch. He's like a serviceable backup. Now I
A
won't
good
give him.
hand.
I won't give him Charlie Batch status because he hasn't stayed with like the same team as the same backup for so long.
Sure.
But he has that same quality of like I don't think he's ever going to be the stud starter. But if he was my backup and he had to start a game, I wouldn't be in like full blown panic mode.
Oh boy. That's a concussion.
Hey, Jimmy, you know where Andy Dalton went to college?
They're both
Those two
down.
are out.
They're literally out
both
cold,
are.
and the coach is yelling, "Spike the ball!"
They're out.
Stay down. Stay down, all of you.
I actually think the Tulane guys like.
He's-
totally
he moved a
close.
leg. He moved a leg.
He can move, but he's asleep.
Well, yeah, but I'm just glad he's awake enough to move his leg. That's
Oh,
targeting.
Yes, it is.
That's the definition of targeting right there.
That's
Head to head,
exactly-
led with the crown. There's no
I don't think he led with the crown as much as his face.
Still
look
helmet to helmet.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he-
was down, didn't
He
he?
had it down. He didn't.
He-
Son
he
of
didn't.
a bitch.
He knew what he not knew. I don't want to say knew what he was doing as far as meaning to hurt, but he knew when he ducked his head a little bit.
They're definitely reviewing it for turn.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
What's next game? Let's get past this Eagles.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
what?
hold on, Jim. Back to Andy Dalton. You know where he went to school? TCU.
TCU.
Of course he did.
Big 12. Big 12
course he
quarterback.
Orange frogs, baby.
The Horns.
We'll get more into
Up
TCU
for
and
now,
Ohio State.
for today.
For
Orange
TCU,
frogs.
they're up. For Texas, they're down.
Ribbit, ribbit.
Ribbit. Next, Colts taking on the Giants. Giants secure a playoff berth with 38-10 win over the Colts. And the Colts had what? Who was it? Ellinger was out there again.
It was bad. It was
First playoff berth for the Giants since 2016.
16. Yeah.
And no longer do we have to see that damn photo of them on that boat in Miami.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, yeah. The curse is broke.
We can move on from there.
Curse
Yeah.
is broken. Brian Dable leads the Giants into the playoffs.
So what do we think about him as a head coach?
Hey, I
think
mean,
he's a player's
he
coach.
got it
He's a
done.
player's
seems
coach,
like-
yeah.
But he got it done this year. If they're in the playoffs, to me, I'm okay with him.
I think the draft will help that team out next year.
TBD.
I think that having a players coach, the draft kind of helps. You get young guys in with that players coach mentality where they're going to hype them up and
Yeah.
build them up.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
Next, Nate, we have your Buccaneers taking on the Panthers and coming away with the win and
Tommy.
the division 30-24, thanks to a huge day. Mike Evans, Tom Brady.
Tommy will not be denied.
Yeah, so they finally got their act together there in the second half. They've been trying all year for that deep ball to Evans. And like I said, Evans' big day, 3 touchdowns, 200 plus yards receiving. And every year he's been in the league, 1,000 yards receiving.
What do you think their chances are in the playoffs, Nate?
Slim to none.
Okay. As long as you're on.
What if
about
they
it.
continue to clip along? What if this is the beginning of a new, like, refound love between the two?
I don't know. I mean, it's been what, 17 weeks and they finally started to look okay on offense.
Yeah.
Might be too little too late or you're cooking at the right time, but they haven't put it together for a solid game
Yeah.
yet.
Leonard Fournette's not the same this year. And
No, that rookie Rashad White's
Yeah,
really
he's
stepped
okay.
up for them, but
But
Yeah.
I think you're missing a couple of veteran pieces you had in the past. That
yeah, well, they got Jensen back on return to IR, so he may be back, but they need more than that.
the guy from, not to interrupt you, but I'm watching the guy from USC right now on the bench.
He looks
The trainer or the player?
The player that's sitting like this.
The trainer petting his head.
Well,
Guess what?
he's
That's
literally.
a lot of character.
It was. He's like
Yeah, he looks dead.
he comes back to life every once in a while. He's moving all.
they said no targeting.
I don't know about that one.
Oh,
Head to head.
Seems like it to me. But
So Nate, as a Bucks fan, since we know that the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the 49ers are all in the running for that spot,
Mhm.
who would you rather face?
If I had to face anybody in the first round, I'd rather face Dallas, as they don't
Yeah, I
scare me at
agree.
all. Because I mean, they're the same song and dance every year.
He's got it. He's not gonna have it.
oh, wait a minute.
that was the best thing he could have done.
We're not gonna get through the show if we keep watching football like this.
There's only 12
But no, I
seconds
mean,
left to
they
get
played the
through.
Niners a couple weeks ago, and the Niners just buried their dicks in the dirt. So
Never heard that one.
So we don't want the
before.
Niners.
I
Yeah,
love
don't we don't,
Don't want the
don't
Niners.
with the
I would
Niners.
not want the
Eagles-
Niners if I was you either.
Eagles, maybe. I mean, the Bucks always have a decent run defense, but yeah, I would want Dallas week 1 in the playoffs.
Yeah, if I had to pick, I'd be with you. I think they're both
Yeah, I
just
agree.
lay-by team.
I
They're the
agree.
ones you can catch. I think the 49ers are pretty solid. The
What did you
Eagles,
choose? Lay-by?
lay-bow. Sorry, lay-bow means on and off and like up and down. Loosey-goosey. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Incomplete.
No! BS! BS! This is the worst ref job I've ever seen in my life. That was targeting and that was a touchdown.
We had tons of time for a review here. I don't know why you're screaming at the TV yet.
There it
First
is.
of all, that
Now
Here it
let's
is.
watch.
Here it is.
Let's watch. The ball is loose.
that's
That is
a catch.
touchdown.
Oh, that
That never
is a
hit the
touchdown.
that is
ground.
Cuddy.
That ball never hit the ground.
Reviewing the Tulane
You act
USC
like I
game.
didn't see that in live
With your
comment.
vision, you're
And it was my vision.
If you saw that,
You act like that was just a purely emotional reaction. It
Well,
wasn't.
that was very emotional.
I saw that. My mind slowed down instantly.
I'm with Nate that I think the Cowboys are probably the best option there. Next to the Chiefs taking on the Broncos. Chiefs squeak out
Struggled in this.
27-24 win.
Yeah, they did.
as Russ was dangerous yesterday, or dangerous on Sunday.
I think the bigger
Yeah,
story
rushing
here is the
touchdown.
coaching situation for the Broncos. Who they're gonna have, who we think they're gonna have.
I mean,
A lot of lobbying. A lot of lobbying for Sean Payton.
Sean Payton could have it.
Sean
Sean Payton's
Payton's-
interested in the Chargers.
is he,
Harbaugh's out there somewhere lurking.
has Sean Payton come out and said he was interested in coaching
Yes.
again?
Yes.
Okay.
And has put together a
And they
group of
say
people.
Vic
Okay.
Fangio is going to be his DC.
Mhm. But I guess Sean Payton said one of the things he needed before he came back into coaching, he wanted to coach in a warm location.
Yep.
Fair.
He wanted some type of GM control.
I feel like this is his wife's
He wanted to be like,
list.
he wanted like the not full Bill Belichick, but he wanted to have some say in the roster. He
Okay.
just didn't want to be the coach. I forget the third thing.
Wasn't Vic Fangio? He was with the Broncos for a long time, right?
So,
And then with the Chiefs, did you guys see what the players got Andy Reid for Christmas?
No.
No.
It was a Nike shoe box, but it had like a triple stack burger.
That's funny.
that's perfect. All right. Next to the Bears taking on the Lions.
Lions came to play.
They did come to play.
Playoff eligible, or were they?
They
fighting?
still are.
They're
They
still
still are.
not.
They're still hanging on.
What do they need to get in the playoffs? That's what Alex and I need to know.
They need to win.
Yes.
Okay,
And then I think they need 2 or 3 teams to lose.
2 or 3.
Touchdown!
Touchdown.
It's like
Tulane.
It's like I said it was or something.
So now,
And the crowd
what's
goes
the score? Then?
It's
wild.
tied 45-45.
So
Got
that,
like the extra
that
point.
extra point has to go in.
Full disclosure.
Would
my-
you go for it for?
No.
No.
why?
No.
You just need the extra point, Jim.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Wait.
But
Full,
yeah,
full disclosure, my wagers are like $5. I could not imagine being a big time gambler because I have Tulane money line. I'm freaking out over like a $5 bet. Like, could you imagine doing like hundreds of dollars,
Thousands of dollars.
thousands of
I don't think
dollars?
big time bettors are going hundreds of dollars.
Well, that's just ridiculous. for me to
There it
think
is.
about, but there we are.
There it is.
Tulane is-
Seconds
So
left.
the
We'll win
Lions
the
need to
7:30.
win, and they need the Rams to beat the Seahawks.
Oh,
That's upsetting.
is that it?
I don't know if that's
There's
it.
no other chance.
There's no other options.
Oh, we
actually
gotta go against
Have to
Gino.
win.
You need Gino to botch the Rams game.
Well, you win
For
either
your
way,
boys
Alex,
to
right?
get in.
You win either way.
Oh. Hey, I'm gonna have to do some deep soul searching. I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah.
I think that I'm probably
No,
gonna
they also need Washington.
because
to beat
Gino can't
Dallas.
get in, right?
Oh man, so the
And
The
Dallas is gonna be
Detroit's
playing.
out. Is that all because the Packers won?
Well, this says here's what would need to
I
happen.
hate the Packers.
But I don't know. I think the Commanders are done.
Yeah, Commanders are out.
Mhm.
Yeah, so really they need the Rams to win or tie. Plus they need to win.
Oh, we're looking for a tie. Alex, I
Jim,
think.
Jim Nance
Yeah.
threw a hard R in
They-
in Sunday night football.
Wow,
Tony Romo looked at him for a second and was like,
you're not supposed to say that. You
Jim,
can't do that.
come on, buddy.
Mhm.
But
It's
All right.
it's hard. I mean, it's been how long? How many years?
That's true.
It was a genuine slip.
it was a slip.
You're a hard R apologist. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I'm saying that I understand why he would slip and say it. Is what I'm saying.
Speaking of that, the Commanders.
Bum,
Like,
bum,
you know,
Bum, bum, bum,
Never the time you two ever do this.
You just gotta get us drinking a little bit.
Commanders take on the Browns.
Browns look good.
Browns win 24-10. Carson Wentz was back in for some unknown reason.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was a
doesn't make
terrible
any sense.
decision.
They
Yeah,
were already calling for Heineke within like the first quarter.
yeah.
Well, and how about Ron Rivera after the game?
Didn't have a clue.
Yeah.
I swear our Twitters are synced, Nate.
But yeah, Ron Rivera, did you know you could be eliminated today if you lost? Wait, what?
Yeah, he had no idea. He's just trying to play day to day, like living in the moment, I guess.
Now,
Yeah,
do you
but-
think the ownership said put Wentz out there? We paid the man, put him out on the field.
I don't care. Well, I guess you have to care a little bit, right?
I don't.
It seems to be if you have the investment, you're gonna.
The Browns are
Right,
out,
no.
right?
Yeah, Browns are mathematically eliminated already.
Thank
Okay.
goodness if the Browns flush them down.
Deshaun Watson scrambled for his life a bunch. I didn't see that.
He did one more play.
Tulane's gonna beat USC
I love it.
with
Holy
Caleb
shit.
Williams out
with Caleb.
in the game.
with
rather.
him starting.
Well, a hurt Caleb Williams without a star.
Oh, he
without
ain't that
two-
hurt. He's
Without two of his star offensive linemen and without his star receiver. I'll give him that.
Get out of here.
I don't think the offense was the problem today, Alex.
No, the Tulane, and you had them.
Yeah, and you have Tulane in that parlay.
I have to. No, I'm saying.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm
Don't
not.
make excuses.
I'm not hating on Caleb Williams, but I bet Tulane.
I mean, I lost money here too. Tulane came back. It's good stuff for them.
You lost money.
Yeah, I had a stupid bet, but
Here it is.
Ooh,
Whoop.
don't you
oh, that
fight?
was good. Yeah, take him down.
No, just go down, dude. You don't want to ruin your career if you get hurt here or freaking.
What if they come back right here?
I will throw something.
Well, offensive line has it. We're about done.
This reminds me of
Oh, yeah.
Damn, we're done.
Ramondre Stevenson throwing the ball.
Oh, unnecessary.
job,
That's
Tulane.
necessary.
Yeah, that was
What
necessary.
NFL game we on?
Tulane wins 46-45.
Alright.
Next, the Jaguars taking on the Texans 31-3. Jags keeping their playoff hopes alive. They're in a win and in situation, I believe.
Who would have thunk it? Jaguars in at this point.
Not me, man.
Uh-oh.
We have a 1-1 tie in the
1-1
Penn
tie in the Winter
Guys,
Classic.
I don't think I watch games with you and record a podcast. I just put myself
What's up? Like, oh,
bidding so hard.
Jags.
So Jags win and in situation next week. We think they're going to make it.
Who they play?
Titans.
Yes,
Yes, I
Way
don't
the
put money on the
Titans-
game.
I would put money on it.
Oh,
When we get to the betting episode, looks like we're gonna.
So here we go.
Well,
This is
Steph
from
already walked in.
CBS. The Jaguars will clinch the AFC South title and the number 4 seed in the playoffs with the win over the Titans. If, however, they lose to the Titans, the following results recur, they will still clinch a playoff spot as a wild card. Ravens beat the Steelers, which didn't happen. Bills beat the Patriots in week 18, and Jets beat the Dolphins in week 18.
So that
They're
we
staying
they
in
have to
chance.
win now because the Steelers won.
Yeah, they have to win.
All right.
Yeah, so they need the opposite results that the Steelers do.
Well, screw the Jags then.
So we're watching the Penguins Bruins game, right?
I thought we weren't supposed to. Wait, we
Well,
were. just
hold on, I'm
for
not
me
done
just-
talking.
Sorry.
And when we started this afternoon, when the sun was up, the atmosphere was kind of like, ugh. Now that the sun's down and they're like showing the crowd a little bit more, this is kind of cool.
I thought it was cool earlier.
I didn't. I'm not a hockey guy.
Not a hockey guy.
How can you not be a hockey guy?
All right, next we have the 49ers taking on the Raiders. 49ers win 37-34. Raiders trotted out Jared Stidham. for this
Stidham.
one.
No, they have to because
Who-
Derek Carr said, "See ya."
Garrett Carr left.
They
Yeah,
said
he was
Derek
a-
Carr's gonna be benched, and he said, "See ya."
I can't blame him. If you bench me and I'm Derek Carr,
And the Raiders are playoff eligible.
yeah.
If you're Derek Carr, how
Derek
bad
Carr
do you
has
want?
Well, they were.
What has Derek Carr? Don't get me wrong. Derek Carr has had a less than expected season, but I don't know that I think he deserved to be benched. I will play devil's advocate if that's devil's advocate type opinion, but I think
I
that
think it's devil's advocate opinion. I think a lot of the world is of the impression that Derek Carr should really be allowed to finish out the season.
yes, I think it was extreme to bench him right away, and I think you're going to lose Devontae Adams over it.
Nah, I don't think he's.
I don't think so.
He came.
They
I
have
thought
him
he
locked
came out
in, I
and
thought.
said. No, I'm pretty sure he came out and said.
Yeah,
I
he
came
said
here-
he's the only reason he
I
went
came
to.
here because of Derek Carr, and if you're rid of him, then I think I'll look elsewhere.
Yeah, but I think
What's his
when
contract?
Aaron Rodgers comes to the Raiders, things will be different.
I don't want to have to dislike another team.
Oh, oh.
Hold on.
Well,
This is the
49ers doing big things. Nate's already said where their situation is. Next, we got the Jets taking on the Seahawks.
Who cares?
Seahawks win 23-6.
That was
Alex,
a given.
Anything you want to chat about Gino?
What'd Gino do?
I don't
I
think.
mean,
they
as a,
did crazy.
as a Steelers fan, This was good for us.
It was. You're right, and that's you. I do put my Steeler fandom before my Geno fandom.
My question is Gino going to be in Seattle next year?
Yes,
Yeah, he's gonna get an
I
extension.
think I for sure think so. Where else would he go right now? And who
The
do this?
quarterback market is going to be right.
Well, the Seahawks don't have anyone coming in, anyone behind him that's good. He did a great job this season. I think you let him ride.
Okay.
Let's ride Geno Smith.
All right.
All right. Now we have the Packers taking on the Vikings. Packers blow the doors off in this
Yeah,
one,
they did.
41-17. And Kirk Cousins in a big game because the Vikings were still in contention for the number 1 seed in the NFC, lays an egg. Justin Jefferson is extremely frustrated in this game. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers just dominate from start to
The
finish. really,
atmosphere was
41-17.
insane in
So
Green Bay.
that game probably had to tear at Muff's heartstrings because his buddy Aaron was having a great game, but in the opposition, he was losing in one of his fantasy leagues because of the lack of performance from the Minnesota Vikings.
How you feel about that?
So Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, and Justin Jefferson could have coincided and all had great games.
And
the Packers
he'd
still
have
could
done
have won.
fine, yeah.
The problem is that the 2 Vikings players did not have the games that I was hoping for.
That's fair.
All right.
But Packers are still alive and actually in a win-and-in situation.
And who they play next week? Detroit.
Mhm.
God, go
On
Lions.
Sunday night.
Go Lions.
Sunday night football. Rams Chargers. Chargers take this one down 31-10.
Chargers looked real good.
They did. I'll give you
Real
that.
good. I think
I mean,
they,
the Rams
a
suck.
lot of the pundits are saying that the Chargers could be a formidable force in the playoffs. If you're a Chargers fan, you laugh at that and go, maybe they win the first round, but they ain't making it past round 2.
I don't even think they win the first round, Jim. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't either. But there's got to be a little bit of hope.
No,
They're
yeah.
probably going to be playing the 49ers.
Oh, then it's an automatic L.
Well, 49ers, Eagles.
Or Vikings are 1, 2, 3. Right
Yeah.
now.
I would take the Vikings.
If you play the Vikings, I could give you
Or
the
the
possible win. If you play the Eagles
Bucks
or
are the
the
4 seed no matter what.
49ers, I think
So
you
the
might
Chargers are 5 and they'll play the
need to
Bucks.
just
Oh,
pack,
no, that's
pack
AFC,
light
NFC.
for your trousers.
Well,
Pick
I'm
the streams.
playoff eligible.
Yeah, they are. You're right. You're right. And they did look good this week.
Yeah.
But they don't look good all the time.
And they've had a lot of injuries this season.
Yeah.
They should be full strength by then.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully for the Chargers fans.
We'll see.
And in Sunday night football, we had the Steelers taking on the Ravens. Kenny Pickett and the Steelers, 4th quarter drive. Alex is representing
I don't mind the
the
Steelers.
colors as
Wait,
the Steelers pulled it
hold
down
on.
16-13.
Bet them more than any of the 3 of you.
Okay. Understanding that they may be a good bet for you, I feel like does not excuse the fact that you have been a Steelers
A
fan.
notorious Steeler hater.
Oh, I don't like the fandom.
Uh-oh.
But Kenny Pickett has softened my hate for the Steelers.
I was gonna make a comment about that last night when I could tell you were kind of rooting for them,
Yeah,
but I didn't want to bring it up and ruin it.
That's-
You know what I
that's fair.
mean? I was like,
that's fair.
it's like I don't want to say something and then him go back to being mean about him. I think I'm just gonna enjoy that he like.
I
with
like
us.
Kenny Pickett a lot. And any Steeler that hates Kenny Pickett, any Steeler fan that hates Kenny Pickett is an idiot.
There you go.
That's
You
my-
heard
that's
it
my
here
take.
first. Steelers now alive for the playoffs. Steelers need to win, and then they need to see losses by the
Patriots
Patriots.
and the Dolphins.
and
Who the Patriots play?
Bills. So the Bills need to beat the Patriots.
that'll
and the Jets
happen.
need to beat the Dolphins.
That ain't gonna happen. Sorry,
you don't.
boys.
The Jets might beat the Dolphins. The Dolphins
No.
do not have Tua.
I
They
think
do
the
not
Dolphins.
have
third
Teddy
and second.
Bridgewater.
I think the Dolphins still beat the Jets.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Give
don't.
me Mike White
Because I see Kenny Pickett in the playoffs. That'd be fun.
and Jeff Mike White into my veins all day.
But we play the Browns next week, so we got to take care of business first.
Oh, that's true.
And in Monday Night Football, we've got the Bills taking on the Bengals. What are we thinking in Monday Night Football?
I think I'm rooting for the. This is
Rooting for a
tough one.
point.
My
Yeah,
heart says
yeah.
Bengals.
Being as how we crossed over into Ohio, I'm rooting for a point as well.
Yeah.
I don't really care who wins. Does that make sense? Like this is one of those games where both teams I don't mind seeing win. I would like to see the Bengals kind of get hot again, just because my family. I have a lot of Bengals fans in my family, but I also with Bills Mafia, it's hard to root against them.
I agree with that. I got some money on the Bengals. I'd like the over to hit.
Yeah,
I want the Bengals to win.
I took that Josh Allen plus Joe Burrow 504 touchdowns.
Did you?
Yeah, I took it.
All right.
Yeah, give me the Bengals, and I think Muff's cousin Evan is going to win the game.
Ooh,
Okay.
all right.
My brethren.
Cousin Ev.
Cousin Ev. Much better than cousin
I
Ev.
really wish you do that DNA test, ancestry.com.
He's 100% that bitch.
I want to see if you're related to him, Muff.
Don't think so. Well,
Muff
maybe.
might,
Could be.
Muff might leave me here, Jim. Just so you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
All right. So that wraps up the NFL breakdown and brings us to
The college football breakdown.
Does.
college football breakdown. College football scores.
I don't really want to talk about it.
I know it's gonna be hard, but we have to get through it.
It is.
We are going to talk about them.
Hard for you.
I'm gonna go pour me a whiskey while you line this up. Okay.
And while you do, Jim, you might want to get the Muff's Nittany Lions and the Rose Bowl put on here.
It's not on till 5. What time is it?
504.
Shite.
All right. So we'll rip the band-aid off real quick. Get
Don't rip the
into
Band-Aid off yet.
the college football semifinals.
We'll start with the other game first.
Well, wait till I get in here.
He'll defend himself. Well, if Jim's getting another drink, I'm just gonna grab a beer, but I'll be right back.
Okay. So in the past week, what all has happened?
Hey, you need one?
Sure.
We've had a lot of bowl games happening. Let's just pick up Duke beating UCF 30-13 in whatever bowl that was.
Wasn't that was that the Duke's Mayo Bowl where the guy got the
was.
yeah? Where
I'm pretty sure it was. So I remember.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I was gonna say one coach got a bunch of mayonnaise dumped on his head.
That's my worst nightmare, I think. It's not maybe my worst, but it's up there.
Suffocated by mayonnaise.
Suffocation by mayonnaise, yeah, it's up there on ways I don't want to die.
Right. You've heard it. You heard it here already. The Kansas Arkansas game.
Yeah, you did get a live looking on there. I don't know if we need you know our feelings on that pretty
I
much.
think we already know where that one ends up. So that was good. Go check that out on
That's a
YouTube.
great game.
Texas Tech beat Ole Miss.
They did.
42-25.
Was
That
my-
surprised me.
Before, no, not spoiler alert, but that was one of our 2 Big 12 victories.
I don't know if that's a spoiler, but
At this point, if you don't know, you deserve to have that spoiled.
yep.
If you're listening to a sports podcast and don't know, I don't know what to tell you.
We give the news.
That's
Not
true.
news, not breaking news, but it's news all the same.
That's true.
Was this the Fenway Bowl? Minnesota beat Syracuse
Yep.
28-20.
Yeah, I had Syracuse plus 10.5, I think. So I won
was-
that one.
It was a Tanner Morgan special.
Why are Mickey and Minnie there?
I don't know, because it's a Rose Bowl. Aren't they in California? Pasadena, right?
Disneyland.
They're not Pasadena, California.
Disneyland.
Yeah, that
Disneyland.
Disneyland's there.
All right. And then we had Washington beating
I
Texas
fucking tripped me up.
27-20.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about
Yeah,
that.
I was glad to see Texas lose. They're still not
Me
back.
too.
Confirmed Texas still not back.
I'm a horns down person, but also they were a Big 12 team playing for this year. They were a Big 12 team playing.
Listen, I said it once. I'll say it again. Texas,
Bowl games,
Miami
so
in the Who's Back Bowl every year.
Yeah.
they both lose.
What is the trophy?
The stadium would blow up.
Oh, the
What
trophy is
trophy for
bragging
that?
rights.
Yeah,
Is
bragging rights.
Is it a shadow
don't
box of
Yeah.
the Marshall Mathers LP?
Yes. Guess who's back?
Back.
Yeah. Back.
What was that, Jim?
again.
I agree with you.
Okay. I thought you had a comment otherwise.
No.
All right. In the Duke's Mayo Bowl, we had Maryland taking down NC State 16-12.
Yeah, that one hurt me because I had NC State and they looked like they were going to.
Shouldn't bet against the Big Ten unless it's the national championship games.
That was the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Not only does the winning coach get the mayonnaise poured on them, but throughout the broadcast, they also randomly dunk things into mayonnaise and eat them throughout the whole
gross.
broadcast.
Foul.
Which, if I was one of the people that got the nod to be an analyst or a broadcaster on that game, I would politely decline. Possibly.
Yeah, no, there's not a chance.
Utah's coach is so much cooler than James Franklin.
You literally hate James Franklin so much
I do.
for
Utah's
no
coach, too.
reason.
What's his name?
Cooler than James Franklin.
Okay.
I will never understand the hate.
Look at the guy.
So if you don't remember from last year, the Duke's Mayo Bowl, when they went to pour the mayonnaise on the coach, the person actually dropped the bucket on the
Oh,
coach.
yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that.
So this year they had tryouts
For a
So like the
mayonnaise
day or
number.
two before the game, they had tryouts on site of people dumping a weighted bucket to make sure that they did not lose control of said bucket. So they had a whole to do about that, which is pretty cool. Next we had Pitt taking down UCLA 37-35.
That was a hell of an ending in that game.
Yeah,
And here come the Nittany Lions.
led by James Franklin, an idiot.
Thought you've rescinded your
I did too. I mean,
Thoughts on
he's
that,
in the
Jim?
freaking Rose Bowl, Jim. Like,
I still hate the man.
but why? This is what I don't understand. You can't give me a hard evidence reason why you hate James Franklin.
I think Muff can attest that James Franklin has cost Penn State more games than he should have.
I don't
He's a
know.
bona fide hype man who hasn't brought enough success to be to
just
back
like
his hype.
5 or 6 10-win seasons. That's all.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think they've been that bad for you to be like this hateful.
I don't think it has anything to do with James Franklin.
If you hate James Franklin,
So he's not. He's not making them lose, but he's not making them win. He's just
I
there.
think he's just there.
So why hate him then? He's just there. If they're winning, they're winning.
I don't tell you. I just don't like James Franklin.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. As long as you can openly say, I just don't like
I
James
just don't
Franklin.
like
Okay.
the guy.
I'll take that. I'll take that. There's no real hard evidence. He just doesn't
Like
like.
I think at this point, I like Jim Harbaugh more than him.
Holy smokes!
I mean that.
oh well.
Are we done for the night, or
Hated
do we keep
company.
going after?
Next,
that?
we got Notre Dame beating South Carolina 45-38.
What a good game.
That was a good
It
game.
was a back and forth.
Fun game to watch. Is
Right,
Notre
well-
Dame back?
I don't know. They
They're
didn't
more back than they aren't right now.
Yeah,
That's
they're
I
mo-
agree.
more back than Texas or Miami.
Yeah.
I think that coach should get some kind of award.
Marcus Freeman
Marcus Freeman.
for
yeah.
starting off so shitty and coming back and making
Yeah.
yourself not look so shitty.
I think he's gonna have a strong program.
He is the perfect balance between a player's coach and a good coach. I think for right now. at
I
least.
agree.
It's early on, so I mean, you can't. You know,
Gabby Giffords is the grand marshal in this game.
is she the one that got shot in the head?
She's the one that got shot in the face,
She looks great.
and her husband's an astronaut.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, he has his astronaut jacket on, but she looks great for having
It's
the
a
shot in
Right?
the
To be
face.
for having a shot in the face.
I mean, good for her.
Yeah.
Coin flip situation.
We do.
It's going to be Utah or Penn State's.
Did you guys see the coin for the? We'll get to the High State game, but did you guys see the coin?
Yeah, it was pretty nice looking.
It was a nice coin.
It was a nice coin.
Yeah.
Coin
I
flip.
think it's funny that you said that because it was something I actually noticed.
Utah wins
Like,
the
oh, that's
toss.
really cool coin.
They defer.
Yeah.
Penn State takes the ball.
Utah.
All right. Next, we've got Ohio beating Wyoming 30-27 in
I
overtime.
bet on this game. Ohio versus and who won this game?
Ohio.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I thought Wyoming would take this.
As the homer, I feel like you should be more excited about this.
It's Ohio.
Okay, but you're the Ohio homer.
Yeah, but they're like the bastard child of Ohio. They're like WVU.
I get pumped up when Marshall.
There's Marshall
wins.
and then there's WVU. There's Ohio State and then there's Ohio.
Jim's only saying that 'cause Marshall
Cincinnati.
beat Notre Dame.
Cincinnati's not even in that conversation.
We don't talk about Cincinnati.
Especially
It's
not
me-
now.
You're gonna see a live fight. There's gonna be blood everywhere. It's not gonna be mine.
Probably not.
Looks like that
Next,
will not be happening.
in the dud of all duds, Iowa beats Kentucky 21-0.
That was a good game too. I don't know why you mean dud of all duds.
Tell me what about that was
21-0?
good.
What
That was a
about
good
that?
defensive struggle between both teams.
It was 21-0.
21 points is an
Was
offensive
a defensive
output from Iowa.
No, it was 2 defensive scores.
Oh.
It was a good defensive game.
Boring.
I liked it. I enjoyed
Next.
that game.
Next.
Okay, what you guys
Real
say?
quick, in January 2 games, we had Tulane at the end. We talked about that. Tulane wins 46-45 over USC.
Mhm.
LSU destroys
Oh, and then
Big Ten
I'm
championship
so mad about if Penn
contender Purdue 63-7.
what should I take?
It's already started.
I
Penn
know,
State.
Penn State.
Money line. At this point, just go money line.
All right.
That's Utah.
As Jim's
That's Utah.
wanted to put in some bets, we also
It's
had
up to you,
Mississippi
but that
State.
was Utah. Thank you
Mississippi
for putting it
State in the Honor Mike
50
Leach
bucks,
Bowl
dude.
wins 19-10 over Illinois.
Yeah, much better.
Jim, what's your bet? What's your bet here, buddy?
Well,
I'm betting Penn
sorry,
State.
I had to talk him down a little.
Penn State ML.
So if Penn State wins this game, and I literally last second flipped that LSU Purdue game from the over to the under. If Penn State wins this game, I would have hit my parlay for like $100.
You
I
would
would
have.
be livid.
Well,
I mean, I want Penn State.
you
to win, so at
also
least
missed
win
out on the
single.
under just by one team. LSU outperformed.
That's
LSU
true.
went over
That's
by
true.
themselves.
That's true. Not really.
And
but
in
yeah.
the college football semifinal games,
Yeah.
started out with TCU
Big 12, Big 12, Big
taking
12.
down Michigan 51-45 in an
So I think-
offensive
To me,
outburst in the second half.
to me that answers the question of what conference is better, the Big 12 or the Big 10.
No,
Which conference champion is better?
I'll give you that much.
Okay.
The conference champion in the Big 12.
Well, if
did
the conference
take down.
champion's better, doesn't that speak for the whole conference?
No,
So I feel like in gym logic that would.
no.
Don't know about
I'm
that.
pretty sure Ohio State would beat TCU.
Mm-mm.
We'll
Well,
find
ipso
out.
facto.
We
When
won't.
are we going to find out, Jim? Which brings us
We
into
won't find out.
If TCU beats Georgia,
We didn't take a wide left to get into this house.
let's go.
In full defense, that was totally Nate's joke. He said, "Should I say it?" And we're like, "Ooh, I don't know." But when we started talking shit, I had to say it.
Right,
But full credit, that was Nate.
right.
So if you're gonna hit someone, Nate said it first.
I
I'm
understand.
just saying.
And in the other college football semifinal,
Yeah, that happened.
Ohio State misses a last-second field goal to lose that game.
We were driving here and I was explaining why I was like, I didn't hype up on TCU winning. I was gonna like start ragging on Jim. And then I was gonna like say something, and I was like, you know what? And man, if WVU would have lost like that in the semifinal, I'd be crushed. I wouldn't want to be hearing it from everyone, so I'm not gonna say anything to Jim. And Buff turns around and looks at me while he's driving the car. He goes, "We are the exact opposite person," because I would be all over.
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
I was like, I know. I was like, I just couldn't do it. That's why I didn't get on you. But now it's been past.
They played a good game.
They did. They did. They looked.
pushed
I thought they were
forward.
gonna win. I thought they were gonna win.
I knew that when it came down to a field goal, they weren't going to make it. You can
Really?
ask my wife. I knew they weren't going to make
You
that.
just had it in your feelings.
I in my guts, I knew it wasn't
Your
going to
heart
make it.
hurts.
Yep. Marvin
I
Harrison
said it all
Jr.
the
getting
time
hit.
now. Yeah,
That was
you're right.
That was a game
okay,
changer.
That was.
I thought it was a clean hit. If you're asking me, I'm not going to do the Ohio thing. And
Yeah, no, it was a game changer though. That wreck. That was
if you want my biggest takeaway from that game, we paid a lot of money to a new defensive coordinator who let a lot of big plays
go.
go.
Can I tell you what I did like about Ohio State that game? And I'm not a huge Ryan Day fan. I'm really not much a Ryan
Yeah.
Day fan at all, but he was in it.
Yeah, for the first time in years.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like that
I
was the
think he
first
heard
time
the
I saw
Twitter
him.
criticism.
Maybe.
That's-
But I don't think you could fake how hyped he was. I think he just had. I think he thought that he needed to be this
Yeah, he
stoic
needed to be
man,
that guy. Yeah,
and I
agree.
think he just decided, hey, I'm just going to let myself emote.
Yep.
And I was like, hey, this is the Ohio State football I enjoy watching. Like he's into it, and like I'm
I
not an
agree.
Ohio State fan, but I do like the pageantry around Ohio State being a good team.
I agree.
I watch videos of the like they pop up on my feed of like the band and stuff. Like I respect all of it.
Right,
I don't like them because I'm a West Virginia fan. My dad hates Ohio State. I was raised to not like Ohio State,
right.
but I respect the program that they've built.
I agree.
So I think that seeing Ryan Day, I'm like, hey, I'm glad to see him that hyped up for their sake.
Absolutely.
But that was also glad he missed the field goal. So, you know, it was like 50-50.
Yeah, I get
But
it.
at least I like have the respect. Like they are a good program. I enjoy the pageantry behind it.
I think there's a lot to worry about next year with the transfer portal and recruiting and
But okay, here's my next question. We talked earlier about Marvin Harrison and
Sure.
possibly transferring to USC.
sure.
Why? You
And a
were-
better shot at winning the national title.
Why? You just had a team that was in the college football. When was the last time USC was in the college football semifinals? How many times did Ohio State been in
You're
the college
right.
football semifinals? Why am I going to jump from a proven program that year after year produces to a program that's on the rise but hasn't proven themselves yet? Now, if it was flipped and USC was there this year and Ohio State didn't make it,
Sure.
okay. I think if he does that, he will be sorry that he did it.
I think the quarterback side of Ohio State is a big, big, big question mark with CJ Stroud leaving.
Yeah, but
They got a lot of unproven behind them. So I think,
And you just lost the quarterback commit.
and we just lost
Yeah.
that quarterback commit. So there's a
but
lot.
they're gonna
leaving.
they're gonna get someone.
We just lost
they're
a long
Ohio
snapper
State.
to the transfer portal.
They're Ohio State.
No,
Why would
Long
Why?
snappers are very valuable.
I know. I was on long snap.
that just makes no sense?
I know. But that's
I know
happening.
that.
Why is the long snap? Like you can be a long snapper anywhere,
Yeah.
I would not.
and maybe that's the reason
If I'm
you can be
playing,
a long snapper anywhere. Maybe you got the NIL options, but
if I'm
like-
playing college football and I am just playing college
Ooh.
football for the love of playing football, and I'm at Ohio State and have a good career, I don't leave Ohio State. I might leave if I'm at Wyoming and I'm the stud of the team and have a chance to play at a higher level
Sure.
program. Okay. I just don't get the concept of wanting to leave like an Ohio State, a Penn State, and Notre Dame if you're at that elite level. Ride it
Good
out
point.
where you're at, go to the NFL coming out,
What if you have a donor saying, "I'll give you 1 million"?
Yeah, that's what in today's day and age, you're right. That's another factor.
Come
Matt,
play.
speaking of Matt Rule,
Right.
tweeting out, was it Miami? He tweeted out. I have a note here, I believe, on this.
Let's go into the notes.
The Pens lost.
Did they lose?
2-1.
Rip that band-aid off.
Let's
So while we're doing about this, Jim, talk about Kevin Warren being a
before we get
strong
to Kevin
candidate for
Warren.
the Bears.
Before I get to Kevin Warren, let's talk about the national championship game. 13.5-point favorites, the Bulldogs against TCU.
I think TCU covers that.
You didn't say that in the live.
Yeah, I did. I said that.
Oh yeah, you did.
I
You
said
said
between
10.
3 and 7.
Yeah. Nate, you have the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs by 10.
Okay. I think the Bulldogs will. I'm with Nate on 10.
Okay, and you said 14 on the live.
Yeah.
So I will put money down on TCU to cover. I'm not putting it down money. I might put a little sprinkle on money line to make it more fun, just because it's gonna be a high payout.
Yeah.
But I will put it on TCU to cover that. I don't think they lose by 13.5 points.
The offense or the tight end for Georgia is questionable. TCU got any injuries we need to worry about?
Not that I know of.
That's why I thought they were
Yeah, I think
pretty healthy.
they didn't get anyone no major injuries last game.
Stetson Bennett says he had a bad day against Ohio State. Do we think he
I
recovers?
think he was just being dramatic.
I think so too. I think so.
I think
too.
they didn't stomp him, so he comes out and says he had a bad game.
Since
Which
the
I'll give
defense had the bad game.
I'll give him credit. He came out and put it on himself and said I had a bad game. He didn't say everyone around me had a bad game. That's
Right.
really only. So I will give him that, but I don't think he had a bad game. I think he played normal Stetson Bennett ball.
I was not impressed by Georgia's defense.
No, and I have been every other game, so
Yeah.
I think that was a fluke. But let me take that back. I don't think it's a fluke. I think they played against a good offense, and that's what pushed it to be such a close game.
I don't think they can handle more than one receiver that's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they had
And that's why I think
a
TCU
lot
has a
of weapons.
chance.
Yes. I think TCU loses but keeps it respectable.
Muff, did you find your note?
Yeah, it was Oregon and Miami. Matt Rule was put a tweet out there pretty much alluding to very, very strongly that they were offering up huge NIL to pull players away.
Oh, I believe that.
So, which also went into
James Franklin on a horse. I can't.
to Pat Narduzzi from Pitt, who was saying that there were teams offering 7 figures to get Drake May out of North Carolina, which he came out and refuted. So there's a lot of the NIL talk that's not going to go away anytime soon.
The NIL thing has got to get fixed.
It'll be another interesting off season.
In the off season.
I feel like we have to start way lower than that.
I know.
You gotta start like off
off-season.
season. Yeah.
Sadness first.
Yeah, the off
So
season.
just getting into some other sports news to finish out
Yeah.
this conversation, this episode.
Wait, it's coming to an end already?
I know. Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh
Wow.
no, didn't you say you wanted Jim to speak on Kevin Warren?
Oh my God, I'm
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to avoid it. Kevin Warren is in the running to be the
Bears president.
Bears president. Kevin Warren being the asshat in charge of the Big Ten.
Ass out of the year.
Yeah, asshat forever. And Jim Harbaugh could be the coach of the Bears. Apparently, they're besties. I was unaware of this friendship, and they're perfect for each other.
They're perfect for each other.
They probably go to Paris wearing matching khakis on vacations.
I'm wearing khakis.
I wasn't going to say anything, but yeah, who would have thought? And is that deal good enough for Kevin Warren? I feel like
To
he's
be the
making gobs of
president?
money.
What are you wearing?
He's probably making tons of money now.
I think being the president of an NFL franchise offers a lot more opportunity.
He sounds hideous.
I'm gonna put a conspiracy theory out there, right?
Go ahead, Jim.
Ohio State's president, I don't know her name, has been let go.
Mhm.
Nobody knows why. Okay. Kevin Warren's bailing on the Big Ten. Ohio State's president was a big player inside of the Big Ten. I think there might be some issues inside the Big Ten financially. That's my hot take. They need to investigate it, put Dion's people in there, put the auditors of Dion, put them on the Big Ten. But I think there might be some suspicious things going on in the Big Ten, and that's why the Rats are leaving the boat. That's my
Oh.
take.
Big Ten's kind of a bad conference, so and
I give this to you.
I'm just teasing.
You can have it.
I know.
All right. Any other college football news that we're aware of? Or college football adjacent?
Not
Right
that I
now it's
can think of.
0-0, Penn State, Utah.
Yeah.
About 9 minutes left in the first. Penn State's about to punt inside their own end.
Neil Brown's back for another season.
Yeah. Yeah. Nick Saban had some
I'm not even
things to talk
excited.
about as far as the portal goes. And the NIL deal, he was not happy that his players didn't want to play.
Nick Saban's always got something to talk about anymore.
It was definitely
I was-
a man on the
I was
horse.
quiet Nick Saban.
You mean when he was losing in the NFL?
Yeah.
No, I feel like even when he was winning in the college world, he was like a lot more docile. Now all of a sudden he's got an opinion on everything.
Yeah, he's definitely the man on the horse that's got something to say.
Does he not
Yeah.
recently? It hasn't that, but that to me, it's been maybe he's always kind of done it, but like recently he has been way more abrupt about it.
He's been out in the open.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we got a lot of that going on. We'll see the national championship will happen next week. Good chance to talk about that next week episode. Alex Ovechkin passed Gordie Howe's goal mark.
Oh, Messier. Not Messier, Pele.
Yeah,
Pele
Pele died.
Pele died.
He's a-
Pele
Peace.
died.
That was
Piece of
upsetting.
peas. That was upsetting.
They say they're going to put his feet in a museum.
What? His
I
shoes.
saw a thing that is his feet.
Did he get an OnlyFans deal?
Holy smokes. Hold on. You guys keep
That's what
talking.
I
I'm gonna
heard.
Google this. That's asinine. Pele
No,
feet
no shit, I heard his feet.
Look this up as we're chatting.
in museum.
That is legit a thing.
I'm gonna laugh if it's his shoes.
Don't forget about
No,
the,
will FIFA keep Pele's feet in a museum?
That's
This
what I
is
heard.
PRN Nigeria.
Were they already?
There's a claim circulating on social media that FIFA would keep Pele's feet in museum.
See?
It's all under the assumption that they have access to get the feet.
after blah, 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 for
His
correction.
wife was all about it. Is
There
what I
was
heard.
no official announcement by FIFA that Pele's feet would be kept in the museum with the consent of the family. Surely there's another way to honor him.
Nope, It's gonna be his foot. in a box.
Brazil has
Gold plated.
Yeah. Bryce Young enters the draft portal. Or the draft portal. Enters the
Okay.
draft.
Oh, Bryce Young did? Thought he wasn't allowed to.
That wasn't who we're talking about Williams.
Caleb
Caleb
Williams.
We try mustard shit already.
So Caleb Williams is coming back.
Then we have McCall from our boys, Coast Carolina, exits the portal.
Enters or exits?
Exits.
Coming back to Coastal.
Coming back.
Well, he
to
did get
Coastal.
hurt in their playoff game.
There's
Or
no
their
official
bowl game.
statement. This is rumors.
Then you want to talk about the Giants Thibodeau celebration.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do some snow angels next to a guy having a
That's
seizure.
Guys having a seizure, and meanwhile, defenders doing snow angels.
Yeah.
How do we feel about
He was
that?
celebrating his sack.
Alex, you have
What?
something you want to say about the snow angels next to a hurt player?
I think that Thibodeau came out and he said, I didn't realize he was hurt. I was doing it, not looking around me, realized he was hurt, and he said, I apologize. I hope he's okay. Didn't mean to do it. He immediately said that after the game. He didn't make a big scene about it. He's like, hey, look, I effed up, didn't realize he was hurt next to me. Sorry, move on. Part of me, when I was watching it live, I'm like, he looks like an a-hole, but I really don't think. I think one of his teammates should have been like, hey, dude, quit. And they did it. And now, honestly, I'd be more mad at my teammates for not being like, hey, Nick Foles is on the ground hurt. You shouldn't be doing this. He wasn't looking. His head was straight up. He's doing this.
You have peripheral vision.
Nothing's going on around him.
There's still somebody laying down.
Well,
next
remember,
to him.
he's a rookie too. He doesn't.
He is just so excited that he got that second. And I'm usually the opposite. I'm usually like, you look like and I think he looked like an a-hole. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it wasn't an a-hole move, but I really do genuinely think it was an accidental a-hole move.
Okay. All right.
I'm not supporting that you celebrate while someone's hurt. I'm saying in that specific situation, the celebration he was doing, I don't think he
Very much
realized.
apologist today.
Whatever.
I'm just saying.
At least he didn't do the snow angel. and
New
actually make
year,
contact.
new year, new me.
Yeah, that'd have been horrible.
Yeah, new year, new me. Forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Let's see.
Just
what
kidding,
else
I'll
we
be
have
sassy
going on?
again.
We got
Next week.
Luca. He's
Yeah,
getting tons of
he had like
points.
60 points.
Yeah, going off. That's about it as far as what I can
I'm just
see.
distracted by Pele's feet still, but
I
I
know, it
find
must
no
be, yeah.
official report.
The Masters gonna be allowing the golfers from Live to play in the Masters this year.
Oh, that's a big deal. We're heading towards the off season. Muff.
Mhm.
Why are they doing that?
Well, because you want the high profile players. If you want all of the high profile golfers to be in there, you have to allow the golfers from live to play.
Okay.
And I feel like with these
How does
major,
the PGA justify that?
well, it's the Masters. So the
So
Masters,
they're like, they can do whatever they want.
yep, the Masters is kind of like the college football playoff, right? We decide, we do this, and we're our own entity. So we'll see how these the majors. So the only one you'll have maybe the PGA championship, maybe the only one that has an issue because it's hosted by the PGA. So we got that. Let's see. Pirates signed a 42-year-old pitcher. I think we talked about that in the betting episode last week.
So, fun fact: his mother is still alive at 100 years old.
Whose mother?
Delays.
Pele's mother is still alive at 100 years old.
Uh-huh.
She's bedbound and bedridden. So they're doing the funeral for Pele, like the big show, and then they're taking his body to her house for her to say her last respects. And then they're burying him in a vertical 14-foot like thing in the middle of Santos, which is where he played his like boyhood soccer.
Wow.
But there's also literally zero actual truth behind them
Taking his feet.
Yes, someone put that out there and it spread like wildfire.
So it's not real.
Yes, that would be absolutely morbid.
That's what I thought. But they had a whole thing. His wife okayed it.
Yeah, I know that's been like a whole thing. But okay,
Wow.
just to confirm, there's no
Nobody's taking his feet.
no one's taking his feet. But I thought the mother thing was quite interesting. She was still alive. That's wild.
Oh. Anything else we're missing here on sports stuff with Jimmy Muff?
Trevor Bauer has been reinstated immediately into Major League Baseball.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Why?
Independent arbitrator issued the ruling that he was to be reinstated, and his 194 games that he's served thus far will be what he is going to do. And now it's up to the Dodgers. I think they may have already done this. I haven't looked, but I think they had 2 weeks to decide whether or not they were going to bring him back to the Dodgers.
Yeah, they said they're definitely gonna cut him.
They're going to cut
They
him.
should cut
Yeah.
him.
So
And if
he'll
he
be
ever
able
plays
to.
baseball again. They should throw baseballs at his head.
So
I'm sure they will. Love you met baseball players will throw everything.
But you remember, he's a pitcher. He's never gonna take it at bat again.
I would pick the ball up that he threw at me and throw it back in his head.
Hit a line drive back at him.
Cheeky bastard.
it's not cheating.
I said cheeky, not cheating. Difference.
Spread the love.
Spread the love.
Spread the love.
Get in on FanDuel if you're from the state of Ohio.
Yes.
Make money.
Get those free bets. Make all the good things happen. Any other sports topics to chat about today, gents?
Can we look at the stadium right now? How red it is, Muff.
Yeah, there's only one section that's white.
It's the Rose Bowl. Even the people in California dress red for this. don't
Oh,
they?
that's a good point.
Okay, sorry. Good point.
And it, is California.
So should we do
Utah.
like a Mount
Utah's a lot
Sasso?
Utah is a lot closer than Pennsylvania. I'll give them that.
I tell you what we should do.
What?
We should do the would you rather or slash cut kick start that kind of thing.
Bench, cut, start.
bench. Yeah,
Start, bench, cut. Wasn't that the? I mean, cut,
we
kick,
changed it there
cut,
at the
kick,
end.
start.
This was a YouTube. Jim says it and you do the sound effects.
It's start.
Bench
Yay! Bench. Boom. Cut.
Okay.
That's it. Start, bench, cut.
All right, I'm gonna throw it out there.
All
You
right.
threw an answer. I'm not gonna have an opinion.
Okay.
I got three people here. Would you rather?
Interception.
It was. Wow, that was wild. Sorry.
Call that
He
pretty good.
really did call that pretty
Yeah.
good. Penn State interception. All right.
As
Jim?
a fan, okay,
Yes.
excluding the semifinals and the playoff,
Yes.
what bowl game would you want to see?
Like attend.
With
Attend,
oh.
yes.
Rose Bowl.
Well, wait, I thought this was start bench cut. You know,
Oh, I think he's just asking a general question what he would want. I'd say Rose Bowl just for the pageantry. If you're gonna have to go see one and I'm gonna pay money to go to a big bowl game,
Yeah.
I'd go to the parade and I'd do the whole nine just to say I did it.
yeah, I agree. I would definitely take the Rose Bowl as my number one option.
At this point, I'm just gonna go straight scorched earth and fandom. I'm gonna go to the Barstool Sports Arizona.
There you
Bowl.
go. That's true. That's
Just for
true.
all of the
That's true.
because it's
That'd be
gonna
fun.
be a show.
It will be. You're
It'd be a
right.
different type of
You're right. I
pageantry.
wasn't thinking about that, but
It'd be
yeah.
a show, and this is the first year.
What about the Duke's Mayo Bowl?
Only if I get to dump the mayonnaise.
You have to go
I'm
try
going
out.
for Rose Bowl. I would probably go with the Fiesta Bowl too.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay.
Any of those would be fun.
If you had to go to a Winter Classic for hockey,
Mhm.
where would you like to see the Winter Classic that you would go to?
Somewhere cold.
Canada.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, like either
I'm thinking
Montreal,
which,
Montreal or Toronto.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. I went to Heinz Field. It was fun. I think the Fenway one would be fun just for the city of Boston and that. Anywhere like cold. I think if you went somewhere warm for it, it would not be nearly.
Norway.
It wouldn't be the.
Norway.
act.
I would go to
Well, that'd be fun.
Scandinavian
Yeah,
country.
there you go.
I would go to Colorado because I think the things you could do in the nightlife would be all right.
Okay.
And I think Toronto is probably a good pick too because I hear Toronto's a fun city.
Yeah, anything
Like
like
Colorado, too early, Jim. Too early to talk about nightlife in Colorado.
that. Ooh.
Why? Oh, I see what you're driving at.
We'll talk about it when you're older.
When I'm
When you're old
Gotcha.
enough to understand.
Okay,
All right.
you're in the draft portal.
Okay.
The draft or the transfer portal?
The trans. See, damn it. the transfer portal.
He's had more than I have. It is.
Transfer
It's his
portal.
house, though, to be honest.
What team would you go to if you're in the transfer portal?
WVO,
If all options were open,
All options are open.
West Virginia. I can't think anything else.
Who's giving me the most bread?
Well, that's what I'm asking right now. Like,
Yeah.
who do you think?
Whoever that team is.
I don't think that. Like, I'm saying, who
Uh,
do you think would afford you the most money?
Division 3 University. If that's
who would afford me as with my athletic ability right now, or if I was a prime athlete?
If you were a prime athlete.
Okay.
I don't know. I kind of like Oregon just because of all the different uniform options you get from Nike.
Yeah. See.
And
And
if
they
you
truly
see
big into
their
fashion.
facilities and everything too,
Yeah,
Oregon would be one hell of a place to go play.
I agree with
I
you.
probably would be leaning towards a warm climate.
See,
Yeah.
I would not. I'm the opposite.
You can't say West Virginia.
I'm not saying West Virginia. I
So-
mean,
You can, Alex.
I
Don't
can't.
let
You're
John
right, I can
influence
say whatever I
your
want.
decisions.
Honestly, if I was going, I would go for a school that has a very strong tradition. So like the Notre Dame's, Ohio State's, things like that have like ground. Like if I want to go and play with like pride. And I think they also will have decent NIL deals.
Now you would think I would say Ohio State
Yeah.
because it's in my,
Yeah, no, it
DNA.
makes sense.
I'm gonna go to USC.
Really?
You play for Lincoln Riley.
I'm gonna see
Former
a
Big
bunch
12
of
coach.
things.
Is he a quarterback?
I would be whatever they want me to be.
Oh, so you're an athlete?
I'll do
Is
whatever
that-
they
is
want
that
me
your
to do
position?
because I get to see a bunch of celebrities.
Mhm.
It's warm weather, and the cheerleaders are gorgeous.
So you get to hang out with Snoop.
Yeah, like we all want to go to the Rose Bowl, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they play in the Rose Bowl at least once a year.
yeah.
So like I get all the opportunity in the world as an 18, 19-year-old kid. That's what I'm gonna do.
You
I'm
wanna-
gonna go in cold ass Ohio.
So all things on the table aside from the warm weather that I talked about, if I was going into a colder weather situation right now, I go to Colorado, play for Prime.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. I'd play for Prime
I don't know if I would.
because God would tell me to.
You could,
Ask him.
you could.
Prime tells me this.
Prime told me.
Prime tells me this.
Nate, did you say?
Yeah, I said
cool.
Oregon.
You said Oregon. That's right, because the uniforms. What about Maryland? Under Armour isn't on nothing.
I can't play for
No.
Maryland. I just can't. Okay, so Deion Sanders and his Colorado situation. We haven't really gotten into it. My question for you guys is, do we think he's going to be successful in Colorado?
Yes, because people will flock to it.
He will be successful, but not as quickly as he was at Jackson State.
Yeah, not early on. Give him a few years.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. This is gonna be the long game for them.
Do you think he stays around long enough to be in the long game?
I think he needs 5 years there.
You're saying
I think they're going to give him 5 years because this first year is going to be a bit of a wash. If they win more than 2 or 3 games,
Uh-huh.
people will herald that as a huge success.
So didn't they just go 1-10?
That's what I'm saying.
it was
Yeah.
bad.
If they win more than 2 or 3 games, especially since he's pretty much doing a whole roster shakeup there.
Will he be the only professional we see that comes out to do this coaching thing?
No, I think there are already others out there. They're just not as well known.
Well, yeah, because then we just say Ed Reed just signed to be the
Finn
head coach with
Cookman,
Finn Cookman. Yeah.
Is that right?
So I think you're going to
Doesn't
see
matter.
more of this. And the more that you see things like Jeff Saturday getting
Yeah.
the NFL opportunity, I think we're going to see more of former players be able to get some opportunity, and it'll be good. I think it'll be good for college. I think it helps those programs because it's not like you have to be Nick Saban or another older coach who's established yourself. You're already going to have some credibility with those players because you have played the game at the highest levels. I think sometimes coaches have to prove to the players that they can do what they want. And I think a lot of time players just blindly follow coaches because it's coach. But if coach is also in the NFL and knows what it takes to get to the NFL, I think that'll make that situation a whole lot better.
Yeah. That's all I got, guys.
Any other segments we want to toss out here? Alex, how many bush lattes is today's day 1 to 5 for you? Say a 4 or 5 bush latte day.
I think he's already hit the over on that.
I was like, "Ooh, he's really lowballing me there." I brought 12 and my cooler's not empty. Is all I'm saying.
Good job.
Five,
Good job.
5 plus bush latte day.
5+.
All
Always
right.
5+. I told you my strategy. 1, I'm gonna have more. 1's not enough. 2 to 3, I'm gonna fall asleep. You witnessed my yawning when I slowed down at 3, 4, and I haven't yawned since I crossed that bridge.
I'm proud of you.
I'm good.
Do we have any New Year's resolutions, fellas?
It should probably be the drink less, but
Probably.
it's not gonna be.
Probably.
So you two realize that probably should be the
Yeah, so we recognize there's a problem. We're just not doing anything to fix
Yes.
it. We're sober except when we do podcasts.
Yeah, podcast is when we drink.
It is.
you two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're the drinkers of the show.
They're the opposite. See, who really has the problem? If we're only drinking when we do a podcast and they're drinking all the other times.
Who says they were though?
I'm trying to help us.
I don't feel like
I'm
Nick's
trying to help
sure.
us.
Nick, you got any resolutions, Bob?
My plan, my goal, resolution is just fleeting.
Gotcha.
The goal is to continue to grow the podcast,
Yeah.
Yeah,
continue to come up with some good YouTube content
yeah,
for loyal listeners, and keep raising those subscriber rates.
yep.
Nate, you got any resolutions?
Goals.
Any goals?
Not necessarily a goal, but something I want to do more this year.
Smokes. Throw the
Um,
handle.
Get
So I'm
sick,
actually
spend
trying to
less.
get out golfing.
Kids.
Golf more.
Mhm.
Oh, good
That's
news for you, Nate.
Me
I know a
too.
guy.
Hey, will you take Jim and I golfing?
We should do a golf outing.
Yes.
I think we should. That should be one of our goals.
But yeah,
first.
I
Four of us right
One
here.
of our
yeah.
goals is we will go golfing.
But yeah, I wanted to do it more last year, but I did so much summer league baseball. But
We will give you a lot of live updates if we go on a golfing outing.
Yeah,
if
Our
we make
next
it,
live.
if we make it the whole time, who knows?
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm down.
No.
So we'll have to find an appropriate course. One,
Yeah, one for us.
Beginners.
one is best for the group.
He means by the group, Jim and I.
That means we can.
Oh, I think
we won't
Nate,
spend
Nate
it.
too. Nate's
No, I haven't done an actual round of golf in years. I mean, I've gone to Top Golf a few times. That's about it.
Me
We
too.
should try it. We should start at Top Golf first.
Top
We
Golf
should go
probably
to
is a
Top
good
Golf
place to
first.
start.
Yeah.
Get some good swings in. Let Muff do some critiquing.
My goal is to get in shape and drink less. I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
Which shape?
Oh, a sexy shape.
So an
Not far
hourglass.
from it. What'd you say?
An hourglass.
An hourglass, exactly.
Hourglass figure.
Exactly.
I agree. Lose a little bit of weight and probably drink like 5 or under
Oh, what? A week or a day?
a day. A day. I'm not get crazy. You have to start with baby steps.
Gotcha.
Well, this is a sports show full of degenerates.
Yep.
For the
Nate does
record,
not have a degenerate
full,
status.
wait.
I don't think.
Full disclosure.
Probably
Officiating degenerate.
Sure.
Full disclosure. I rarely drink more than 1 to 2 beers on
Hey, if you
a day.
tell us, if you're explaining, you're losing.
No, I feel like someone's gonna watch this. Like my grandma's gonna just happen to click on this and be like, "Oh my gosh, Alex,
drinks so
he drinks
much."
so much."
She'll have to go to the end of the episode, which means she's made it through. So thanks, Grandma.
She's fallen asleep by now and just woke up.
Ow. Come into this one.
Well,
Penn State inside the 10. Sean Clifford throws back, throws a touchdown.
Pass it.
No,
Pass
yeah,
it,
that was not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave it to him. I didn't think it was. To be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah, early.
Penn State will be inside the 5, first down and goal.
Muff, take us home, buddy.
As always, you know what to do. Follow us on all the social media. Do all the action verbs with those social media accounts. Get
Oh,
on
tickle,
YouTube,
like, get the bell on.
subscribe. Nate, what's your action verb? I think you need an action.
Beanbag.
Beanbag.
Beanbag is now a verb.
Beanbag.
Wrong bag.
Sorry.
This isn't Call of Duty. So, remember, do all the things. Help us keep going to
Yeah.
whichever
Never trick around.
celestial body we're trajected towards this year,
The moon.
the moon. And to do so, make sure you tell a friend. Make a friend. Be